What's going on everyone, and welcome back. Today I'm here in the forest once again to take some photos because I still can't skate because of the injury. And right now is not the best situation for this video because the sun is already gone, but I'm going to do it anyway. These are 3 creative photo ideas for taking photos in a forest. I hope you're interested in that. Before I talk about the first photo idea, we'll now go on with the bike. I don't even brought the e-bike today. Okay, I'm gonna leave the bike here and walk up there to see if I can get some nice photos. I already got one photo that I like. Here it is. I like the light in the background and how it creates a contrast. Also, you might ask yourself, but now you walk up this forest but you can't skate. That's because skateboarding is highly dangerous. This was pretty exhausting. I just walked up all the way up here and now I found this tree to set up my cam. Before I start with the first creative photo idea, I need to say, in the few years that I take photos now that I do photography, taking photos in the forest is the thing that I've enjoyed most. I don't know what attracted me so much about it, but the natural contrast and everything looked so cool. And that is why oftentimes on my Instagram feed you will see that. It's been a funny time out here trying to be as creative as I can. I mean, taking photos in a forest is not very easy because in the beginning it looks like there's nothing to shoot. But as soon as you start thinking about it and doing it, you get some different ideas. And in this video here I would like to share some of my favorite photo ideas for taking photos in forests. I will say that this is also a little contest. If someone would like to join the challenge, tag me on your photos on Instagram. Try to take photos that I talk about here today and you will get a shout out for your photo in the next video. That's what we are doing. If you would like to join the challenge, as I said, here's my Instagram and just tag me or DM me the photo and I will include it into my video. Here's creative photo idea number 1. It has to do with the perspective of the photo. So what I like to do when I'm out here in the forest, I like to always look at everything, and I especially like to look upside into the trees because that is one of the coolest perspectives in my opinion. I shot a lot of photos where I shot upwards. I don't even know if you say upwards, but anyway, you understand what I mean. You take a photo like this and it's gonna look cool because the sky most of the time or always is brighter than the foreground. The foreground are the trees in this case, and so it creates a very contrasty photo, and that's what I've enjoyed doing a lot of time. If you're in a forest, always look upwards and try to find spots that look cool. I also have 2 tips for you here. The first one is try to do these kind of photos when the clouds are dark. That's going to look so cool. I've tried that a couple of times because you can see the clouds through the trees and then it looks super nice and fresh. The second tip is I'm going to teach you that now. So if you try to take that kind of photo, search a tree. Here we have him, that's my tree, and here is what looks super cool. Try to place the camera in front of the tree and shoot. I will try to show it. Shoot upwards. I'm going to take a few photos now and you will see how they turn out. As you saw, these photos look pretty cool even though the light isn't that good today. So when the light is even better, they look even cooler. And we are moving on to the next spot. It's often hard with forests because there's nothing besides trees, and that's also what I love about it, because you need to be creative in order to take cool photos. And being out here is the second best thing. I mean, I can't skate because of my foot, so that's the best thing to do when I can't skate. Then the second creative photo idea is make things float. That sounds kind of magic. I will show you how to do it. I already talked about it once in a video. I like to take these photos, especially in forests, because of the light in the background that often comes. Here's the point. I like to take photos of things that are floating because it looks super cool. And I'm going to show you how to do it. And yeah, that's the second creative photo idea. The thing now is, what should we make float? I mean, this was already floating in one of the recent YouTube thumbnails. And yeah, let's search for something. We could make this float, the DJI action. Or I just realized I did not bring anything else. It's gonna be the DJI action. Let's make this one float. I talked about this in the past, how I make things float. There I told you that I use this the floss, it's called floss, the good old floss, and I used the floss to make things float. I used it to attach something, for example, that would work here. I would attach the floss here to the case, and then I could remove that easily in Photoshop, but I did not bring the floss today, and I mean, this is action cam, so we're just going to use this technique called the I break my things technique. You're just going to throw it up and try to take a photo of it with the other hand. You hold your camera like this and you throw this upwards. Also, if you break your things because of this photo idea, it's not my fault, okay? I'm trying to show you how to do this, and what you should also do is search for a nice background. In this case, the background are trees. There's still some light over there. Maybe you can see it, and I want to have that in the background because it maybe looks cool and makes a cool contrast. So let's try this out. What you're going to do is hold your main camera, the camera that you take the photo on, in one hand, and it's very blurry here in the moment, the background, because I have my aperture set to f2, and then we have the action cam here, or the object that should float. It can be anything, and then it's as simple as this. Oh fuck! The thing now here is you're not going to hold your camera this way, you're going to turn it upside down, because then it's way easier to take the photo. I'm trying to do it now. Okay. I'm so stupid, I just dropped the camera 5 times in a row, but well, I also mounted it to a skateboard. It's not very easy to take a photo like this. You should try it out yourself. It's not that easy. That was the second creative photo idea. I hope you liked it. Moving on to the third one. Well, the question is, what is wrong with the people that make YouTube videos? Look at that. Then the last photo idea of today, I came to this spot here. Here's this trail, I don't know if you can see it, but the last photo idea has to do with trails where people walk, because normally where people walk in forests, there are no trees. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. If there is a small trail, there are no trees, and that is why light comes from above. And here's the creative photo idea that has to do with this. So normally I like to take photos of persons, normally me, because I'm the only one out here. I like to shoot this kind of photo, it looks kind of cool. I walk towards the forest and shoot the photo from back there, and then there's the light coming from above because there are no trees, and that normally looks pretty cool. I'm going to try that out now. The light is not very good anymore, it's about to get dark, but I will try to explain you how to do this. Okay, you can see the small trail here, and in this case it's not really how I told you it is, because this is so little. There is not really no trees, there's a little bit of light above there, but I think it's going to look cool. So what you're going to do, you stand over there, and the person or yourself take the photo from here, and let's put now we have this clean trail here, and that is the photo that you can take. I like to shoot this kind of photo here from the ground, because that is going to make it blurry, the foreground, and that looks even cooler. So I hope I will get some good results here. So I'm going to set up the camera like this. Okay, I don't like this one that much, but it's a good example of how you do it. This one isn't that good because the trail is maybe too small, so there's not enough light for this shot from above. And also it's too dark now, it's about to get dark, so that's why I have to boost the ISO. That's also not that cool. But I took a similar photo, or the same photo, last year. Here it is. And that is a way of making it look pretty cool. That was it, that were the 3 ideas. I hope you like them, I hope they help you improve your own forest photography, if that's a word. And I would like to see your work. If you could post something or create something and tag me, that would be so cool, so I can give you a shout out. That's what you do when you can't skateboard. Also, I need to show you this little tripod that I found in my dad's old camera gear. This is like 40 years old. Wait for it, look at that. I feel like Spider-Man. Does he have something like this? This feels so cool. Imagine setting up your camera somewhere. Let's find the way back home to my good old computer. I hope I even still find my bike. I left it somewhere down there, locked it to a tree, and I have no idea if I will even find it. At the beginning of this video I left the trail because I wanted to shoot up there, but now I came back down here to this main trail, and I don't want to disappoint you. I try to take it another time. I try to take creative photo idea one more time because right now it looks cool, and if you look at that sky, there's some light. This second time that I took the photo here is way better, even though it's very grainy. You can even see it in the video here. It's about to get dark and it's very grainy, the photo, but I like it a lot. So this is cool if you take it at like a time where there's still light, and maybe light even goes through the trees, so that would look even cooler. And now this with the bike is like no joke, I still can't find it. I left it somewhere along this way, but I really don't know if it's in that direction or in that direction. Let's search it.
A few moments later.
Ah, got him. I see it. I see it. Here it is. There you are. Also, one serious question: would you lock your bike in a forest? Also, some of you might ask, why would you even take photos in a forest? You know, I grew up playing here when I was a child, so I kind of like feel connected to this forest here, and I don't know, I just enjoy being out here and taking some photos.